Irving Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning.
From Irving Schools Stadium, it's the ICTN Game of the Week. Tonight, homecoming as the Irving Tigers play host to the Lions of R.L. Turner for the 46th time. Hi, everybody. I'm Rob Willman. Lance Brown will two-step his way into the broadcast booth momentarily. Now, to say this is a must-win game is really a huge understatement tonight for both of these teams, really. No one has won in district. In fact, Irving is still looking for their first W of the season. Let's take a look at District 9, 6A, and we'll see how things shake out. And, of course, well, it's Skyline. Their easy win over W.T. White. The Raiders are the class act of the district, perfect on the year. Irving MacArthur and Irving Nimitz both in position to make postseason at this point. However, for Irving and Turner, it's been rough travels when they count. Here's what Michael Ramirez's bunch have done on the field since the games have counted. Losses to Nimitz, White, and MacArthur last week right here on ICTN. The offense has struggled, scoring a lone touchdown just against the two Irving schools. The passing game has sputtered, so they've had to rely on the running game. And with BRUTUS Walters sharing the load, he's averaging over 6 yards a carry. That's not bad, but Coach Ramirez would like to see his offense be successful throwing the football to open up more room for his running back. Teams are now daring the Lions to throw, and that has kept Walters in check. Yet, Tigers head coach Aaron Delatorre still believes stopping Walters will be the key to winning tonight's game. Speaking of the Tigers, let's talk about those guys right now. Delatorre has been waiting for his kids to mature this year. Less than 10 players coming back with game experience has hurt this team. They've been outscored 133-45 in district play. Now, if there's been a bright spot, they've pretty much finished the gauntlet of tough teams with Skyline, Mack, and Jesuit now out of the way. The Lion coaches tell us the key to beating Irving is stopping quarterback KEVON Thomas. KEVON, why not? He's been the force offensively. 8 passing touchdowns, another 2 rushing. He's already thrown for over 1,000 yards on the year, and he's the team's second leading rusher with nearly 5 yards a carry. These two teams have known each other a long time, way back in the 30s the first time they played, yet the Tigers have not lost to this team since the 70s, and Tiger fans are hoping it will remain that way. It's Irving and R.L. Turner homecoming next on ICTN.
And here come the Lions. And the Tigers. Too bad we don't have the Bears playing too. Lions and Tigers and Bears.
Oh my.
Homecoming for the Irving Tigers. Hi everyone, this is Lance Brown. So glad to have you along on a beautiful night for football, or just about anything else you want to do. The Lions are going to be receiving. Irving will be kicking off. They will be going from north to south. And we're just about set to go. So let me turn it over to Rob Willman, and let's get it going.
Let's do it. There you see back in receiving formation, number 5, Bryce Strickland, Chris Wolford to his right. What we have seen a lot of times this year is just the old pooch kick, and we'll see it again. Walters will take it at about the 20-yard line. R.L. Turner all in white, and he is wrapped up immediately by Jesse Terminio, number 17, the senior, who plays wide receiver and defensive back on this team. Starters for the Irving Tigers. Now, we'll first go with the Lions since they're on offense. Sanchez, Wilson, Rosas, Benavides, and Santiago, your 5 up front. EICHORN's your quarterback. Walters, your running back. Wilson, Torres, Medina, and Tamayo, the other starters offensively for the R.L. Turner Lions, who got off to a great start this year, playing some easier schools, and they look good in the win column, but now they're playing some tougher opponents, and some of those weaknesses are showing. Right off the bat, they go to their second string tailback. I call him a fullback too, David Wilson. And Wilson gets a couple of yards off the left side. Last man off the pile is Christian Duran, the senior defensive tackle for the Irving Tigers in their black uniforms. I like this look. They're dark black and white with the white stripes on the sleeves, and they're really just bright gold helmets.
It's a classic look.
It is.
Yeah.
It really puts off a nice look. Again, Walters, the running back, is slotted here to the near side, and EICHORN will throw to him. Well, I said complete. Comes right off his fingertips and hits the ground and stops the clock, and BRUTUS just dropped that one. Defensively for the Tigers, and we'll start with the big boys up front. Perla, Solis, Reynolds, and Duran, the four up front. Cooks, Noah Salinas, and Brandon Hearn. And then you got the guys in the secondary with Rangel, Choice, Vincent, and Terminio, the free safety, the senior for Irving High. So it's going to be third down and about 7 yards to go. EICHORN throwing and completing just about 40% of his passes. The rush is on. They call the screen. And if Walters can get around one, and he can, and once again, a great job by Randall Vincent, the DB, the senior, reading that play and tackling Walters after he gained maybe a couple of yards on the play, and that's good news for Delatorre's bunch.
Well, it's just a simple screen pass. They've been trying to get the ball to Waters. He's their best athlete. He's coming back from a high ankle sprain, and boy, they could have thrown a flag too for a horse collar there.
Maybe got away with one. Back in punting formation is Roberto Flores, the punter. He can really kick him well. He also kicks him high, and Chase Goodall does a good job of concentrating and calling for the fair catch and making the catch at the 48-yard line of Irving High School. So well done. They do what they're supposed to do, and that stopped the Lions on their first possession. Now, offensively, for these Tigers, Williams, Martinez, Butler, Diaz, and Mendez, your big hogs up front, and then KEVON Thomas is your quarterback, Hall, Goodall, Fowler, Leyva, and Parr. Now, if they go to a power formation, you'll see Tristan Phillips at tight end and Noah Solis 30. Sometimes they'll run that, and they got Solis in there right now as a slot back here on the near side. And Thomas will take a direct snap, and boy, someone grabbed him right about the helmet size. So yeah, there's going to be a penalty right off the bat against R.L. Turner. It appeared that Thomas was trying to cut it up.
Oh, holding.
Face mask.
And a face mask.
70 on the defense. 15-yard
Personal
penalty.
foul, face mask. Grady Dale is your referee tonight. And that should be an automatic and a first down. Watch it again, Lance.
Well, I mean, there's little doubt that's a face mask right there. He gets his hand caught up in the face mask, and so there's your first down of the night.
In fact, Robert Rosas not only grabbed it, it literally got stuck inside the face mask. So it's first down and 10 for the Tigers. A high snap. Thomas tries to field it and does the wise thing and just falls on it, and that'll be about a 12-yard loss for the Tigers. Don't know if he was ready for it or not, but nonetheless, defensively for the Lions here, Chavez, Garcia, Rosas, and Roque is your defensive end. Strickland, Cadena, Tamayo, the guys playing linebacker. And in the secondary, you've got Garcia, Smith, Walters, who plays both ways, and Juan Torres, your other cornerback. Starting lineup here for Turner. They will bring a lot of players in and out defensively, and also in the corner position. So it's going to be second down and a country mile. What is a country mile? Oh, about 20-something yards to go, and they give it to the second string running back, which is Young, because tonight Shell the third is not playing. He is hurt his leg. So that would usually be Shell would share some running time along with KYANDUS Hall. So that was just kind of a gimme, if you will. So now it's going to be third, about 24. Watch it again, the center. Another high snap that time by the center, Alex Butler. And it probably pretty much threw the timing off as Bryce Strickland came in and made the tackle for the Lions. So third down, they've got to get to the Lion 25.
Here comes the blitz.
For a first. Well, if you can catch him, get the hot receiver, and it made him move.
Dead ball. False start. 70 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
So, you know, the old cliche, shooting yourself in the foot. Probably Delatorre probably not liking what he's seeing right now in the first offensive series for his Tigers. I mean, they had really good field position. Got a break when they got a got a penalty that moved him down to the 35 of the Lions, but since then, the last 3 plays are going backwards. 3 receivers to the top, you see 2 to the bottom, so everybody's out in the field. It's like schoolyard football, and here goes Thomas. He's got a man breathing down his neck, and he's finally forced out of bounds. It's going to be another 20 yards at least for a first down. Boy, credit number 5, Bryce Strickland, for the Lions that time, playing containment. Although he did not make the tackle, he kept Thomas in check from really reeling off a lot of yards. And it appears now that Luis Mendez, the sophomore kicker, will go back for Irving and just try to pin R.L. Turner back. I mean, why not? The way that Lion offense has been going, I think he can play field position. Really taking his time, saying, come on, snap the ball. Pretty good kick underway, and bobbled and fumbled around, but
Waters held on to it. I always say hanged on to it. But he held on to it. Yeah. He did hang on to that thing, and he just kind of whoop, and then boom.
Vincent again, boy, he's Mr. Special Teams. 2 tackles already tonight on 2 opportunities for Randall. He'll stay in the secondary, and the Lions will get the ball again.
So what are the keys to this ball game, you asked? Thank you for asking. For both teams, for the Tigers, it's contain. Well, the Lions want to contain Thomas, win on 3rd down, create turnovers. Every team wants to. Irving wants to stop Walters, stop the run. That's all they can do. I'm surprised they don't have more people in the box, honestly.
So EICHORN will fake the snap and pretty much just pinball his way for about 5 yards. That's one of those deceptive runs by the quarterback for R.L. Turner. It appeared that he was stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and he just kept bouncing around and moving forward until finally he was brought down.
EICHORN doesn't throw the ball all that well, but he does run the ball pretty well. He's a sophomore, still learning this game. But they can run the ball fairly well at times.
EICHORN 2 steps back, right over, incomplete on the far sideline, hitting number 4, which is Nick Medina, the senior. EICHORN came in completing just 33% of his passes. One of the reasons you really want to just put as many guys in the box as you can and force them to throw the football. This game started, and Walters started as a slot back, and now have him in the eye as the deep back. And they have David Wilson, number 20, you see just to your right. He's kind of the offset fullback in these new formations. And BRUTUS takes the handoff off the left side. He's got some room. He's got some daylight. He's down to the 10. Touchdown, Turner.
56, 57 yards. Waters is a good running back. This is no accident.
Well, they started him off as a slot back in that first series, and then this is the first time they snuck him back in the I formation. And, man, he went off that left side like a bullet and had a lot of room between the tackles and the ends. As Sanchez and Wilson came up with some good blocking there, and the extra point is good by Flores. Watch it again, Mr. Brown.
Absolutely. I mean, this is simply good blocking here on the part of R.L. Turner. Great lead block there, getting downfield, and then Waters with the good speed. As I said, he's a good athlete, showing it here, 57 yards. One more time, good job by our camera people. Great job by number 64 leading the way there. That is the offensive guard, Victor Benavides. So, Victor, good job, son. 7-0.
Between Victor and the fullback, David Wilson, that was the crease he needed to go the distance. So at the 6:46 mark of the first quarter, the Lions strike first. But if you look at these two teams on paper, you would hope for a high-scoring, competitive game, as both these teams pretty grayed out pretty equally.
Flores lining up like he is just going to
Pooch it again.
Yeah, he's going to pooch it.
And Tamayo right there at the 40-yard line of Irving. That's who it appears he's going to kick it towards. A little bit past him. And it's picked up there by number 13, Kirkland. Kirkland hit hard by number 5, Bryce Strickland. Ouch.
Yeah, that's going to hurt his grandchildren there. Flat. He got whacked hard on this one.
It appeared that he was trying to, go against the grain, and let's watch it again.
He goes, nope, that's not going to work, and then bada bing, bada boom.
Yes. Kevin, meet Bryce. All right, second offensive series now for the Tigers on their own 31-yard line. We'll see if they try to establish the run as well. Running tight to the right, over-shifting and overloading the line of scrimmage to the right. The center pulls, and going out of bounds is number 22, KYANDUS Hall. He's their leading rusher. He averages 4.8 yards a run. He scored a couple of touchdowns. He's got over 400 yards rushing this year. First time we've called his name. And let's see if maybe the Tigers got the wrong cat. Decides that maybe we can just pound this thing out.
Well, they want to establish it. I mean, that's what they wanted. You can run on R.L. Turner. Other teams have done it, so they want to do it too, naturally.
Left side again to Hall. And Hall, boy, how did he break out of that? That's a yard and a half well earned.
Well, that was some lousy tackling. I mean, he's hit here. 2 tackles missed, 3 tackles missed.
Well, Strickland hit him first, and then Medina finally made the tackle from his linebacker spot for the Lions. He picked up a couple of yards, so it's 3rd and 2. Maybe KEVON will call his own number here. Trips wide to the top, and we've got a timeout, R.L. Turner.
Well, they don't like the way things are looking, and so they want to talk things over. And in the first half, this is the time to do it when you've got this time to do it.
Let me go down and run the officials' names off for you while we got this opportunity. I told you earlier that the referee was Grady Dale. Umpires Eric Ames, Stefan Ray, the head linesman. Line judge is Tom Troutman. Back judge is Sheldon Davis. And, of course, the clock operator is Mr. Wally Banks. Thank you, Wally, for the roster of the officials as you take a look at Grady Dale. Also does basketball. We see him in the district every now and then when we do our games here in the city of Irving. So Ramirez's bunch has struck first. They've got that 7-0 lead, and now the Tigers will try to answer the call on this 3rd down play.
I think you got to look for Goodall. Maybe a short little pass to Goodall here.
He is your go-to man.
Well, he's a good one, too.
Salinas slotted to the near side. Now he goes in motion. And they just flip-flop and put Hall and Salinas to the top of your screen. So they're strong left. They'll go that way. Nice hole. First down and more. Here he goes.
Adios. Hall.
Touchdown.
60 yards.
Well, that's how you answer the bell.
Now let's run a trap play up the middle and just pop them for 60. What do you say?
Why not? That's one of the trademark of the Delatorre teams. He likes this major shift to one side. He likes to overload one side of the line and run to the strength. And that's what he did there. They go out with what I like to call their muddle huddle. They put half a team on one side and a few there in the middle, acting like they may go for 2, but they'll come back out and bring Mendez in.
We'll show the swinging game, sure.
The lefty kicker is ready for his extra point, and it's true. And we are tied up at 5:45 to go here in the first quarter.
Number 22 scores 57-yard touchdown run for R.L. Turner, and then number 22 for Irving. Mr. Hall answers right back with a 60-yard run for score. And so it is 6-6. Watch it one more time here.
Nice little trap.
Oh, look at that.
Walters didn't
My
make
goodness.
much of an effort defensively.
I mean,
I want to keep him in the backfield.
yeah, Rob can carry me on his back in that hole, right?
Yes, but that's, yeah, once we get through it, I'm done. That's it. You're on your own.
You're on your back, son. You're collapsed.
I have collapsed. So just like that, folks, we are tied at 7 with still 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
Pretty good homecoming crowd for Irving, considering the season, and kind of a typical crowd for R.L. Turner, not many people. I think there's more people over at Southlake tonight.
Couple, maybe 50 maybe.
Southlake and Trinity, they might let a few people there.
Maybe so. All right, kickoff again, this time to Walters, but it goes out of bounds.
We're lucky for Walters it did. If that bounces the other way, they could have been in deep trouble.
Let's see if Turner just opts to take this one up at the 30-35. And
I think they are. I think that's a smart move.
yeah, take the penalty and reset your offense. Wait for the official call.
Procedure on the kicking team. Ball will be placed on the 30, first down.
So they'll get the ball at the 30, Will Turner.
And they'll come back offensively and try to do the same. They're missing Ken Francis tonight, one of their key receivers. He's scored 4 touchdowns and was averaging about 18 yards a carry. He's in street clothes. He has been injured, so they've had to go to other players. Now we've got, once again, Wilson in the backfield, but we've got Wolford back there to join him. And this is Wolford to the right side, gets a block from Martin, and he has some shifty moves himself, picks up a first down plus an additional 3 or 4 yards. And R.L. Turner keeping the Tigers on their toes defensively here in the first quarter, showing them different sets and different plays, and really throwing in different running backs, and more or less just trying to keep the troops fresh out there running. So it's 1st and 10. They're at about the 43. EICHORN keeps himself. Not a lot there. First hit by the defensive tackle, Markel Cooks, number 9. He had 10 tackles last week as Jesuit. Also, big number 94, Christian Duran, wrapping up the quarterback EICHORN for just a couple of yards. This time they decide to put Wolford as a receiver, and only Wilson is back behind the line of scrimmage. They fake the pass, and right up the middle is EICHORN. Looks like he has just enough for another first down, and the drive stays alive for R.L. Turner.
Good decision that time as he turned it in.
They've really been doing a good job of changing up the formations and changing up the play calling. Not just spin left and try to win this between the tackles. They do have good speed between Walters and Wolford in the backfield. Now they flip-flop it, and Wolford, number 1, plays more or less like the fullback, and David Wilson is back as a tailback. EICHORN, he wants to go across the middle, and it's picked off. Number 5, Victorious Choice with the INT in the first turnover of the game, courtesy of an interception. And you know, you kind of might want to question the play calling. I was just bragging on these guys so much about what they were doing, and then they go to the air and it wasn't even close.
Well, it's just a bad throw. I mean, it's a good call, but it's just poorly executed.
Tried to hit Chris Thompson, number 88, and Choice was all over it. So the turnover, and the Tigers get the ball back again at their own 21-yard line. First down. We're still in the first quarter. They give it to Hall. Hall goes wide left. There's some good downfield blocking. Walters this time wraps up, but not until Hall picks up another 16 yards. And the Tigers are moving the football on the ground. We haven't seen a pass yet, have we, from
Thomas?
From Thomas?
No.
KEVON, who has a 137 rating as a quarterback and has been completing 64% of his passes, hasn't really needed to do that in this first quarter play, as the running backs have been doing the job. And now it's another 1st and 10 at their own 36, 37-yard line. with close to 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Thomas, now he's going to pass, and it's just a little swing pass, and we've got a penalty flag.
Going to be hold.
Hall goes down after 3, but let's see what the hanky is. Lance says it's a hold. They flew in that direction, and it appears that Jim Gomez might have been the
Holding. Number 15
By the way,
on
other
the
first
offense.
quarter scores
15
going on
yards
right.
on the spot of the foul. First down.
Sure. 35-0 Mac. First quarter.
What?
35-0 Mac. First
No
quarter.
way. 35?
35.
Wow.
A lot of Ole defense going on there for the Bison.
Man.
And Jesuit leading them. It's 15-0.
So here come the Tigers again. They're their own enemy. First down and 19 after the hold. And Thomas rolls left. They string it out. Stiff arms. Goes across the 32-33. Not a bad first down call. And Hall comes back in for Irving High. Boy, you know that the Tiger players have been anxiously waiting for this game to where they felt like they really had a chance to break that slump.
Well, this is one of those games you got to win if you want to avoid last place. And the Tigers still technically have a shot at the playoffs.
Absolutely. Thomas keeps. Not much there, as the Lions had stuffed the middle. Big number 70, which is Robert Rosas, plays both ways. He's by far the biggest guy, I think, out there for Turner.
Oh, he's a hoss. Look at him.
That guy is just humongous.
He got some big guns there, too.
He will clog up the middle of that line.
Well, let's see if Thomas goes downfield. He hasn't really done that tonight.
No, Parr is split wide to the top of the screen. Lions come with the blitz. Thomas throws over to Parr, but he only gets about 6 yards on the play, and they'll set up a fourth down. One of the Tigers lost his helmet, Marco Mendez. He will have to come out. Don't know if he's on the special teams or not, but that'll have you down one player if you're not careful defensively. Mendez will go back to punt. So Walters and Torres, who you saw just there, sitting at the 34, waiting for the Mendez punt. Not a lot of wind tonight. Another high snap, and luckily he's left-footed because he got away from having that one blocked, and it's muffed, but covered by Juan Torres back inside the 20-yard line. So the Lions get a break.
Well, Torres is trying to catch this over his shoulder here, and whoops, but fortunately for him, it stays right in front of him. And Cooks is all over him, so they'll start their own 20-yard line.
He had to pay for that because Cooks is a big old boy.
Oh, yeah.
Have him fall on you like that, you'll feel it the next day. First and 10. Lions on their own 20.
One of the reasons early they split Waters into the slot and everything is they wanted to get him open and go one-on-one with some people to utilize his talent, his speed.
Well, they got Wolford back in there at tailback, and they give to Wolford, and he tiptoes his way for about 4 yards or so. Now, Walters plays defensively. We've seen him in the secondary. And now Wolford will go out and Waters will come back in. Right,
Waters needed a break, and after playing defense, and Wolford's a heck of a running back. I mean, he is their leading receiver, or a running back this year. He had some real big games early in the season. When Waters was injured, he missed the first, Waters I'm talking about now, missed the first 3 games due to the high ankle sprain.
Second down.
Tigers are offsides, free play.
Connected to the far sideline to Torres, but like Lance said, the defensive end or the cornerback, Brandon Hearn, the linebacker, number 14, came gushing across the line too soon.
Now, do they take the penalty? I think you do.
Yeah, I take it.
Because it's not a first down, so
you get another
Defense,
play.
number
right,
12.
it's only a 3-yard pickup. So
Second down.
obviously you take the 5 yards here, and it'll be second down and about a yard to go.
So you do the math and you come up with a 2nd down and 1, which everything is laid out and everything is said and done for EICHORN and company.
Now Waters is set in the slot to the top of the screen.
Yep, and they just have David Wilson just as that lone setback in the backfield. And 2nd down, Waters now in motion. Fake it to him. EICHORN goes right. He gets the 1st down. He didn't fool anybody, but he didn't need to fool too many.
Well, he got some good line surge that time, and that's the reason why. He needed 1 yard, and he got 3.
Once they go left, and then they go right. Got to hand it to Irving, though. Those guys stayed at home, Perla and company at linebacker.
So this should be the last play of the first quarter. If they can get it off in 10 seconds, and I don't think they're going to do it.
Yeah, they're going to let the clock run down. So we've seen a couple of big plays for both teams tonight here in the first quarter. It's 7-7 after 1. We'll be back to the 2nd quarter in a moment. Stay with us. Right, Tiger cheerleaders and their pink pom-poms for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Walters off the left side. How did he pop free? And he's pushed out of bounds, maybe a yard or two shy of the 1st down.
Why did he get over there?
I have no idea. It appeared that he was all wrapped up in the middle, and then he just bounces out. Right here, I thought he was gone.
That's just darn good running.
Forced out of bounds by Treminio, but not until he picks up about 9 yards on the carry. He'll take a breather and hit the water bucket.
Oh, by the way, Mac leads Sunset 42-0 now
In the first, yikes. Wilson, the lone setback on 2nd down. Wolford goes in motion. They give to Wilson. Wilson motors and powers his way for another 6. And it's another R.L. Turner 1st down. Early stages of quarter number 2. Homecoming for Irving High School. This series started back in 1931. Biggest series that the Tigers have had. The longest with the team. That goes out of the hands of Juan Torres, incomplete. Juan a little upset with himself, and he should be. That one apparently hit him right in the hands.
Well placed. Well, whenever you look at statistics for quarterbacks, you know, there's always extenuating circumstances, and you know, drop passes go against unfortunately the quarterback. Of course, the interception he threw was just a horrible throw.
True. 2nd down and 10. Fakes to Wolford. Off right tackle is EICHORN, and he picks up a nice 9 yards.
Yeah.
Sophomore is really much more efficient running the football.
Well, as I said, the boy can run.
He can. And Coach Martinez continues to alternate his running backs between Wolford and Walters. That little combination seemed to do the trick for his team here in the first half. 3rd and about 1.
BRUTUS in the slot right now.
Yep, and now he goes in motion, and they're going to fake it to him, and EICHORN is wrapped up nicely by number 43, Reynolds. Well, he read that one, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Now you got a decision here. Do you go for it? I think you go for it.
Do you? This early in the game?
Absolutely. Look, you haven't won a
just a
district
gambler. Well, the tackle, Aiden Reynolds, did buy the fake, and number 1. Number 2, he did really good. And if they're going to punt, there's not a punter. There's not a punter. Look, Wolford's going, wait a minute, there's not a punter. He looks at the official and says, we got to have time, we don't have a punter.
And the coaches are all over Robert Flores right now. Hey, son, what the heck you doing over there?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I think he might have been texting his girlfriend or something.
He thought they were going for it. He was listening to you.
Well, he listens to me. He's a darn fool. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but.
Where is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, I see.
Hey! What the heck you doing, boy?
I'm practicing, Coach.
Get your head out of your patoot, son, and get up there.
Oh, I wish I had a microphone on Wolford.
Oh.
Not the coach, because, we couldn't air that, but Wolford just.
You couldn't air that.
Oh, he just kept pointing back. Now we got a delay of game on this? Let's see.
Well, they called it timeout.
Oh, no, they want to reset the clock.
Yeah. New 40-second clock, so.
Well, reset it to 25. Okay, here we go. And the kick is underway. He does get off a darn good one, doesn't he? Goodall with the hand up saying, I want a fair catch.
He touched the ball.
It's touched by one of the Turner players.
I know, so therefore it'd be a fumble, wouldn't it?
No, down. Turner was kicking it, so since the Turner,
that's right, my bad. Sorry, my head is not where it should be. My head is with Flores right now.
So, let's take a look at the series, Mr. Brown.
Well, I mean, obviously it's been all Irving, and the last time, in fact, Irving lost to Turner, I was still a teenager, believe it or not. That's how long ago it was. First game, 1931, which even Bob Berry, I think, wasn't alive then. Nah, he was. But man, they have had an interesting series over the years.
That's back when
they played without helmets.
Yeah, that's back when it was just Garland, Turner, Irving, Grand Prairie, Arlington. Plano was very small back
Plano
then.
Was a tiny
they weren't
school,
even in the same district as Irving, Arlington.
Well, back then, though, they didn't have a ton of classifications either. Now, what is this penalty?
De La Torre coming over to get an explanation from Dale. Maybe the only thing I can figure out is since the Turner player was blocked into the ball, then they went ahead and let him down it
at the 1 yard line,
where Turner eventually downed it at. That's what I'm going to go with. So it's 1st and 10. There's about 99 yards in front of Irving High. And Thomas will just rear back and throw across the middle to Goodall. Goodall, number 1, has breathing room. Number 2, got a first down. And those things go hand in hand as the Tigers make good on their first play offensively with the goalposts behind them. Go to Goodall, right, Lance?
Why not? The Goodall's a heck of a receiver.
He's definitely the good hands team for sure.
Oh, absolutely. One of the best receivers I've seen in Irving School District.
He has scored in every game but 2 so far this year. So it's another first down. Reset the chains, and let's go wide here to the near side, and Young. Oh, my.
Bye-bye.
Young down the sideline. One man to get him is Wolford. Wolford has an angle and will pull him down at the 11.
Wolford had the great speed there.
Young just goes off left tackle and plenty of room, and off he goes down the sideline. Nothing fancy, just go left. They got the pulling guard and the tackle. Tay Williams came over from the right side to the left, and then it was just a matter of whether he could outrun the defenders.
12-12, yeah.
So it's first down, the ball at the 13. And in motion, Thomas keeps. KEVON says, whoop! Goes to the 5, we got a flag, probably another holding call.
Could very well be.
Our legal use of hands, a preliminary call. Ooh, could be against Turner. Looking at the official.
Illegal block in the back. Number 1 of the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
Well, the quarterback was running. How does he get the illegal block? Yeah, he must have meant one of the receivers for the Tigers. Nonetheless, boy, look at the top of the screen. Maybe a push in the back right there. Well, nonetheless, once again, man, the Tigers and their penalties, they're their own worst enemy, aren't they? Hall now in. They fake to Hall. Thomas has some room to his right.
Run, son, run.
Another penalty flag thrown as Walters drags him down. And we got another penalty flag. Could be a late hit against Turner.
We're going to have offsetting penalties.
Strickland, number 5, came across late. I know that was the late hit. I just don't know what the other penalty here is on the near side. We'll wait for the crew to get this one straight, and we'll hear what Dale has to say with the microphone here in a second. Meanwhile, Della Torre out kind of twofold. Thing number one, what are the officials going to decide? Because everybody's pointing fingers. No, it's over here. No, it's over here. Well, we got to go back, forward. It's all that new math.
Della Torre looks like he's wearing a Philly uniform.
The Tiger stripes. All right, let's let the official.
There's 2 fouls on the play, both on the defense. Holding, 28 of the defense. After that, we have a dead ball. Personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Half the distance to the goal.
So they're going to put two penalties on, not only for the hold, but for the late hit as well.
Well, Tamayo was called for the holding. And then watch, coming up number 5. He was falling. Okay, I'll give him that, but you know, he puts the shoulder down. I mean, come on, Strickland, you should know better.
Well, yeah, that falls into the heading of cheap shot, sure.
I mean, I can understand you losing balance, but not a lot of effort to keep the body away from the player. So they return the Tiger favor as far as the penalties are concerned. Player late coming on for Ariel Turner as Hall is stacked up, and that's going to be an offsides call.
Against Ariel Turner?
Yeah. Guy came in late off the bench.
So he'll put the ball at the 2-yard line.
Offsides. Defense number 44. Half the distance to the goal.
Oh, no, that's our punter.
He's late on the field again, for goodness sakes.
Oh, Roberto. Man.
He's not going to enjoy tomorrow's film session, is he?
No, sir. So it's 1st and goal at the 2. Let's see if Thomas calls his own number. It's very strong right. Overloaded to the right. Thomas will hold on to it and score.
Wow, that was pretty painful to watch on both sides, really.
Yeah, it took some time off the clock, but man, back and forth on the penalties. Thomas calling his old number, and again, if you watch, they overload that one side. They like to go to the strong side. Bring Mendez out for the extra point. Here's something the Tigers have not been able to say too often this year, and that is that they have
the lead.
The lead. 14-7 at the 8:13.
Well, watch a touchdown one more time. It's simply student body right. Obviously, Thomas doesn't feel anybody until he's in the end zone, and it's too late at that point. I'll tell you what, and I was telling my producer here, the director Scott Snyder before the ball game, if I was still doing the all-Lance team, I would have a heck of a time this year picking the top quarterback among the 3 Irving schools, because I think they've all done a terrific job. Thomas has done a wonderful job. Same thing with the quarterbacks, Kane at Mac, and also at Nimitz High. Help me, Scott. I'm having brain dead right now, but you know.
I do, and I'm on the same page as you.
I just have these brain meltdowns, but all 3 quarterbacks in the Irving School District are good.
Wolford will take this and fumble.
Uh-oh.
Ball's loose, and it
Irving's
appears the
got it.
Tigers have got it. Well, when things start to crater like that, I don't know why they're waiting so long to make the call. Do you? It looks like it's pretty cut and dry. Unless there were a penalty on the other side, like somebody was offsides.
Somebody was offsides.
Offsides.
Irving was offsides on the
Number 12 of the
kickoff.
kicking
Oh,
team.
no.
5-yard penalty, free kick.
Oh, man. Let's look at it again here.
We saw that. Oh, yeah, right there toward the bottom of your screen.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Jimmy Clark.
Yeah, Jimmy Clark. Sorry, Jimmy. I just had a brain. It happens when you get old, Jimmy. You forget these things, but Jimmy's been a heck of a quarterback in good minutes.
Yes, he's learned the system well, moved that offense. All right, so the Lions get a break with the offsides on the kickoff.
Otherwise, it's a turnover. Yuck.
Mendez hits this one a little further, but it looks like, oh, it stays in bounds. Nicely done. Picked up by Strickland. And Strickland gets it back to the 30-yard line. That had just the right amount of English on the ball to keep it from going out of bounds. Of course, it's a live ball, so if you're the team trying to return it, you can't just let it sit there. Watch it right here in front of you. It takes that bounce, and Strickland has to pick it up. Had a few guys in front of him to run interference. And the Lions will take over 1st and 10.
By the way, second quarter, MacArthur 55, Sunset nothing.
Wow.
And Jesuit leading Nimitz 22-7.
Another week for Coach Brian Basil and company to play everybody.
Well, and next week they play Skyline.
Oh, they got to be ready for that one. First down completed to Torres. Torres good enough for a first down and 10 yards for R.L. Turner as EICHORN went to the air. You know, they're only down by 7. This is still anybody's ball game, so
Oh, absolutely.
I would expect the Lions to probably keep doing what they do best, and that's run the football. But like Coach Martinez said, he's got to throw it every now and then just to keep the defenses honest. EICHORN fakes like he's going to go run the option, and man, he is tattooed pretty hard, isn't he?
Yeah, but he had a great lead block that time by his fullback Wilson, and EICHORN is slow getting up.
I'm telling you, man.
In fact, he's not getting up.
Yeah, I mean, he got hit hard. I don't think it was Cooks that hit him. He was out there just with nobody around him. And he looked up and, man, he wants a timeout.
Give his quarterback a chance to catch his breath. I mean,
Injury timeout. Yeah, it was Cooks. Cooks, the junior linebacker. Man, look at the size and look at the hit he made on that tackle. And I think they're going to bring in the second string quarterback, which is number 19, Darian D. Darian D looks like Sonny Jurgensen out there, Lance.
I gotta love that.
Second down and 5. Hopefully EICHORN will be okay. He's going to keep it. D to the near side. Him and he and Cooks, they're both the same size. That's like two linebackers running into each other.
Yeah, but D looks like he's pulling a train behind him.
Well, EICHORN still being looked at on the far sideline. And not so much, looks like they may be looking at his shoulder because he really did take a pretty good hit. Let me tell you, though, I was watching Darian in warm-ups before the ball game, and he can throw a good pass. He's got a strong arm. Walters is set behind him. And they give to Walters, and he just spins around and has nowhere to go. Just going straight back, as one might expect. The Tiger D coordinators dialing up the 8 in the box and said, come on.
Well, they know D isn't going to beat him with his legs. EICHORN could. So now you just load up on 22.
Perla, the first to hit him. before the pursuit caught up with him. Yeah, they're looking at the left shoulder, left arm of EICHORN. Meanwhile, the punt. Oh, and he hit the punter, and that's going to be a penalty.
Yeah.
Goodall takes it at the 15, and he's wrestled out of bounds as another yellow flag.
Well, that's going to be a personal foul going to be called, I think. But let's see what the two. Obviously, you could have offsetting penalties.
Don't know if we had that isolated or not, but every time that the kicker has gone back to punt, Flores has gone back to punt, he's barely gotten the ball off. It's like, I believe it's Hearn, number 14, if I remember correctly, who's been so close to blocking.
Blocking the back. That penalty's declined. Personal foul. Roughing the kicker on the defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
They're both against Irving.
Yeah, Hearn has gotten so close. Watch there, and he's in midair. And okay, so the kicker really played it up big.
Well, hey.
I mean, you know, that's what you're taught to do. So, I mean, he did hit him, but Delatorre taking his notes. And probably, if he could just erase off his penalties, he might be a pretty happy camper. But EICHORN back in. He gives right up the middle to Wilson. Wilson buries his head for 4. And it gives the Lions an opportunity here with under 5.5 minutes before the half to try to equalize this game. Pretty much big plays, the name of the game. 2 of the touchdowns have been on long runs, and the other touchdown for Irving set up by a long run. It's been a big play Friday night. EICHORN across the middle, tipped around, incomplete. Tried to hit Wolford on a crossing pattern, and they're playing defense as their big linebacker, Markel Cooks, number 9, who was right in the pass pattern.
I really expected it to be intercepted, though.
Yeah.
Because there was so many black jerseys over there.
Stops the clock in a 3rd down play. Now you could say they're in 2-down territory, this deep. Medina to the near side, Torres to the top. EICHORN calling the screen pass and dropped by Wolford. He took off before he secured the pass. Stops the clock again with 4:50 to go. And yeah, EICHORN stays out there. I pretty much thought they would.
Sure.
They would go for this deep in Irving's into the field. The question is, except for that one big running play, well, EICHORN is kept. I'd say, you know, EICHORN is kept for probably the most consistent long runs of the night. So it wouldn't surprise me if 7 calls his own number. So I try to go to Medina, down and out, caught, and good enough for a first down. Nick Medina, number 4, first time they've thrown to him tonight.
And that was a nice little square out that time as he picks up 8 yards with that pass.
Well done. Walters back in at running back, the replay. This sets and delivers.
Yep, they were playing him pretty loose. Medina turned it in when he needed to, right at the first down marker.
So it's 1st and 10. Walters left side. Walters with some room, still on his feet. Pretty close to another first down.
Oh yeah, he's got it.
The clock will continue to
roll.
roll.
No, he didn't. They
okay.
marked him at the 20. I thought they were going to mark him at the 19.
So he's about a
yards,
football length shy of the first. Walters right, and he gets enough for the first down. Juan Torres, number 2. He looks all of about 5'2" out there. Trying to block some of those big defensive players for Irving. Did a pretty good job. One of the Tigers down, number 53, Javier Jackson, the junior.
Javier's slow getting up. Well, he's not getting up. That's the problem, of course. He's hurting for certain.
Yeah, he platoons at tackle with Reynolds.
Oh.
He got all tangled up in that last running play. You know, they were talking about how, you know, on television you see the, you know, the line of scrimmage line, and then you also see the yellow first down line.
Right.
And they were talking hypothetically, you ever think the day will come where the players will actually see that on the field and know where they need to get for a first down?
Sure.
Why not? Technology.
It's, you know, the way technology has gone and done so many things, and they are looking at that knee, unfortunately. They are moving it back and forth. Let's see him. He comes in and then
well, maybe it's when he does that flip. Yeah, he's holding his knee right there.
Yeah, he's hobbling as he comes off though, so that's a good thing. Maybe just a little twinge or something. He didn't twist it or.
Hustling on the play, so he will be replaced by Aiden Reynolds, number 43. Meanwhile, 1st and 10 Lions. Walters wrapped up. He gets away from one, gets away from two, loses his balance. And finally, number 30, Noah Salinas, puts the finishing touches on that 9-yard loss.
Yeah.
Wasn't a lot of room to go. Right off the bat, it's Reynolds. And Reynolds says, I'm going to misdirect you a little bit. And he loses his balance and finally is put down at the 25-yard line. It's kind of, you know, same song, different verse for both teams tonight.
Yeah, they shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, you know, they have a couple of plays where they really look good, and then they have a couple where they really look bad. Walters, or maybe two.
Well, look, there is a reason their records are what they are.
And that's why we've got a really competitive game going.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. Fun to watch homecoming night. For Irving High School, we'll have the crowning of the homecoming queen. Stay with us for that. All right, 3rd down and long. EICHORN waits, goes across the middle, and overthrows his intended receiver, Chris Thompson, number 88.
Doing a post pattern. Had a step on his defender, but the ball was way overthrown.
If you remember, he threw that interception that Choice picked off, and it was intended for Thompson as well.
We're watching one more time. He has the time and just throws it way too far.
He has a unique looking delivery.
Yeah, he does.
4th down, they're going to go for it. Going to throw deep. EICHORN has a man, incomplete. Tried to hit Wolford right at the chain, right at the sticks, and it threw it behind him.
So the ball goes over on downs with 2:28 remaining.
Plenty of time for the Tiger offense to take charge, and maybe they'll open it up a little bit.
Well,
they've been doing so well running the football, but
well, I mean, they haven't done that well. They've had what, 2 long runs, but yeah, they've only thrown the ball, and Goodall's a heck of a receiver. I would thought they'd try to hit him more.
Let's see what Thomas has up his sleeve.
Screen.
And he's running for his life right now in the end zone, and just throws that away.
This is going to be. There was no receiver.
Was he outside the box?
He wasn't outside the box, I don't think. And I'm sure that's what Coach Ramirez is arguing right there. He didn't look outside the box, and now they're going to throw it for intentional grounding.
And is it a safety? Because if he was in the end zone.
Right. So therefore it is a safety. You're right. Let's take a look. Was he in the end zone, in fact, when he throws it?
on the offense.
No, I don't
That's a
think
loss
he
of down.
was in the end zone.
Ball's on the 1 yard line.
Good call. They've got him down at the 1 yard line.
Right.
Remember, the entire body has to be across that line
Well, the ball does, yeah.
to be a safety. So, I mean, the ball was in the end zone, but I'm saying the whole body has to be across that line. And that's how he didn't get a safety. So now, 2nd down, 32 to go. So they call their 2nd and 32 call that they've worked on all week.
Right.
That is Fowler in motion.
Now the Tigers want a timeout here.
Yeah, why not?
Well, they got 3 of them. I mean, you don't get to carry them over to the second half, so.
Closing in on the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter.
And we'll see the Tigers next week with our 2nd inner-city ball game of the year as the Vikes take on Irving. Conceivably a ball game that could be for a district playoff position.
Absolutely.
If Irving wins out, and Nimitz is losing to Jesuit right now. They've already lost to Sunset, so. Not to Sunset, I mean to Skyline, so.
Well, let's see what the Tigers have up their sleeve. You know what they haven't run yet, which Coach Delatorre loves to run, and that's where they like roll to one side and throw back to the weak side. He runs that play about once a week, and every time, if the guy's open every time, if they connect on it, it's always big yardage. Will they do it here? It does take a while to develop. Phillips in tight as the tight end to the left. They go left. Young, he's got some room. He's got some speed. Could this be a 98-yard touchdown? Young to the 20.
99 yards.
Woo! Oh, that's what fresh legs will do for you.
Well, let's see. He has a 75-yard run and a 99-yard run. That'll help out your rushing average, won't it?
That's a great average. Well, the Tigers call the old play the 99-yard touchdown play with just under 2 minutes to go in the ball game, out of the first half, excuse me. And that was pretty much reminiscent of the run he had that set up the
that was the exact same
touchdown,
play, yeah.
where he came left. Extra point is good. And man, he saw the speed the first time he had it. Remember, he got caught because of the sideline. But this time, here we go.
Great block on Strickland there.
Yep, got the pulling center. Got good downfield blocking.
Great downfield blocking. The receiver's doing a wonderful job, and that's the reason. And once he's beyond that man, it's adios. Again, one more time. Watch the great blocking by the receivers downfield. 11, Goodall doing a great block.
Parr as well.
Parr doing a great job. Right, 11, yeah. And then it's just sheer speed on the part of Mr. Young.
And he goes, you know what? Last time the sideline worked against me. This time I'm going to cut it down the middle.
I'll go to the other side.
Yeah.
They ain't going to catch me.
How about some open field? And he still had enough energy to jump up and celebrate.
Well, I'd
have been tanked.
Well, I'd have been tanked at the 20 on Irving's side. It's great to be young and do that, though.
Isn't it, though? So Young brings the crowd to its feet right before the half.
Don't know why you try to pooch kick with Waters over there, though.
And Waters looks to his left at the 25, and he is finally surrounded. Walters, excuse me, at about the 34-yard line or so. Hughes, the senior, playing special teams.
I mean, you know he's over there, so why are you going to kick it to him?
No, I don't know.
He's their best player.
All right, so now only just a few seconds ran off the clock for the kick. And that'll bring the Lion offense back on the field, but again, remember, they're kind of handcuffed when it comes to passing. It's a dicey situation. And a $1:52 with, well, you got one timeout left. I still think maybe they could attempt a couple of runs first.
EICHORN was absolutely smashed when he threw that.
Oh.
I mean, he was just flat out hammered.
And he popped back up, but
Salinas, I mean, just really, really hit him hard. I mean, this is
from the end
this
zone.
is varsity football, ladies and gentlemen. Watch number 30. Boom. He sticks that helmet right in the sternum.
Reminded me of that Tony Romo hit against Seattle.
Yeah, almost the same thing.
When you throw it like that, you're exposed, and that's one of those quarterbacks wear those rib pads, even in high school.
Yeah, the flak jackets, yeah.
Complete to Torres. That'll stop the clock, give him about 8 yards or 7 yards. Bring up 3rd and 3. He's efficient on the 10-yard routes. EICHORN can connect on those, but it's the early long passes that give him fits.
Yeah, he just throws it too far, really.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a touch to it. And he's only a sophomore.
Sure.
He'll develop that.
3rd down. He'll keep. Don't know how he has enough energy to
No, he'll be short.
run. And Coach Delatorre wants a timeout because he's going to get the ball back with 1:40 to go, because I really don't see the Lions
Going for it?
going
on
for
fourth
it.
On 4th and inches?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see the punting team out there, so there's
Well, then again, Flores may not go out there anyway until the last.
till the last second.
He's kind of an iffy guy. You know what I mean?
Well, they got a big running back in David Wilson. We've seen him pick up 3 yards at a pop. And it is, I mean, the football has to pretty much touch the 45-yard line, so it's about the length of the football.
I mean, look. If I'm Turner, I'm going for it. But then again, I'm not the coach. So.
Sure. Yeah, they're going for it, unless, they try to draw them off sides. But Wolford is wide to the near side. Now Wolford goes in motion.
Irving almost was offsides there.
Yeah, I think they're just going to try to.
Now they're going to call another timeout and probably kick the football.
All that was is try to draw the Tigers off sides. Almost worked. One of the guys on the end flinched and almost came across, and now it appears that Flores is going to come off the bench and punt this.
Or will he?
I don't know. What do you have to lose, right?
You're already down 2 touchdowns. You haven't won a district game. I don't know, since who knows when. I guess maybe when Bush was president. And so why not?
Now they have a chance against Sunset.
They can beat Sunset.
Yeah. Bryce Strickland is your deep snapper. A little high, but not a lot of rush. I think the Tigers just want to get the ball back. Goodall makes a clean catch at the 25. Plenty of time on the clock.
Right, and Irving does have a timeout too. In 2 weeks, we will see those Bison here against Irving. First time since I was in high school that Sunset and Irving have played.
I was 10 years old.
1968, for goodness sakes. Marvin Gaye had the hit song, Heard It Through the Grapevine.
All right, let's see what the Tigers do.
Look at the time.
Thomas going deep. He's got a man. Nice effort by Fowler.
Just overthrew him.
Yep.
Baller had a step on his man. Thomas had all kinds of time, but didn't hit him.
Well, I mean, these are the games that you can try these plays. Try something you haven't done before. Look, he had all the time in the world. Kind of threw off his back leg a little bit that time.
Yeah.
And Fowler couldn't get to it. Boy, just about a yard too much here.
Too much air under it, yeah.
So, stops the clock, though. Those last 5 minutes have taken about 20, it seems like. High snap, Thomas handles. Got a flag back in the interior line. Could be a hold.
That'll be a hold, yeah.
And you can see the umpire telling the referee the guy had his arms around him.
Holding. 54 of the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
It's against Aaron
Second down.
Martinez. And that'll move him back 10 yards. And it's going to be like the 10th penalty against the Tigers here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a 6th penalty, but they're a bunch of big ones.
Clock starts to roll. Phillips, the tight end, now in. Strong set right. And there's a fumble. The ball just bounces right back into the hands of Young. Boy, talk about a
living right.
Fortunate bounce, right? Just didn't get a clean handoff, and about the 3rd, 4th time, it bounces right to him. Man, if he would have reeled off about a 60-yard run, you'd have really had something to scream about. 3rd down. You see the time left before the half. Irving has 1 left, so if they might break this one, you might see him call one. Try for the screen. Defended nicely. Hall goes down. Clock continues to roll. R.L. Turner out of timeouts. And this, that might be the last play of the first half, as Coach Delatorre hands his headsets over to an assistant as his kids walk over to his sideline. And they'll go into the half leading by a score of 21-7. Irving putting on a show here in the first half. All right, stick around. We'll have the homecoming queen in her court, and as well as the drill team for the Irving High School. That'll be coming up just in a moment. Irving 21, Turner 7. Stay with us.
It's homecoming here at Irving Schools Stadium as the Striped Cats leading the King of Beast 21-7. And we are ready for homecoming 2014. Let's go to the field right now and see the lovely young lady who will be crowned homecoming queen 2014.
Homecoming halftime activities.
This is Irving High's 75th annual homecoming. We are continuing a 105-year-old tradition of school spirit and loyalty with this halftime program. Irving High School's KIRV broadcasting program is celebrating its 10th anniversary. Will all current and former KIRV crew members please stand and be recognized? Our student council chose for this week's homecoming activities the theme, Alice in Wonderland. Students have participated this week in dress-up theme days such as Superhero Tuesday, Disney Wednesday, Twin Thursday, and today was Celeb Day, where students dressed up like their favorite celebrities. Homecoming festivities have also included the parade, which was yesterday afternoon, and the pep rally and bonfire last night, with senior recognition for Tiger Band, football, cheerleaders, Toy Tigers, Tiger Fever, and Tiger Guard, and the traditional burning of the eye. The homecoming dance is scheduled for tomorrow night from 7:30 until 11:30 at the Wyndham Garden Dallas North Hotel, which is located on LBJ Freeway near Sam Moon. Tickets may be purchased at the door for $35 each. The float winners from the parade yesterday were In third place, receiving $25, ROTC. In second place, receiving $50, Cheerleaders. And in first place, receiving $75, Drama Club. Congratulations to all our float winners. And now we turn our attention to the highlight of homecoming. As in past years, the most glamorous part of homecoming is the presentation of the court and the crowning of the homecoming queen. Every year, the students of Irving High elect a queen and king of the homecoming events. The king will be announced tomorrow night at the dance. Each class has chosen princesses and princes to represent them in the Queen's Court. Irving High School proudly presents to you their selections for the homecoming court. As our Tiger Band plays the Irving High School alma mater, we proudly present the 2014 Homecoming Court. Representing the freshman class, Princess Giselle Campos. Giselle is the daughter of Max and Maria Campos and is escorted by Vidi Campos. Giselle would love to attend Baylor University and aspires to become a doctor. Prince Sebastian Demas. Sebastian is the son of Antonio Demas, who is escorting him tonight with his grandmother, Maria Puente. Sebastian loves to play sports, including football, basketball, and baseball. He has a goal of playing football for Texas A&M. Princess Karina Sanchez. Karina is the daughter of Indelicio and Margarita Sanchez and is escorted by her father. Karina plans to go to college and become a doctor. Prince Michael Alberto. Michael is the son of Sarah Villatoro, who is escorting him. Michael enjoys playing soccer and would like to become CEO of a company. Representing the sophomore class, Princess Veronica Palacios. Veronica is the daughter of Cesar Palacios and Maria Hernandez and is escorted tonight by her father. Veronica is involved in the youth group at her church, St. Luke's, and plans to attend UTA and major in psychology. Prince Terrence Clark. Terrence is the son of Kelly Lyons, who escorts him tonight. Terrence plays soccer and sings in the choir. He also likes running, dancing, and basketball. His future plans are to join the college choir at Texas A&M or TCU. Princess Priscilla Hernandez. Priscilla is the daughter of Eddie and Priscilla Hernandez. She is escorted by her brother, Benjamin Reyes. She is involved in Toy Tigers, Drama Club, Singer Company Choir, and Student Council and loves to sing. She plans to go to a university and sing on Broadway. Prince Misael Mancia. Misael is the son and namesake of his father, Misael Mancia, who escorts him tonight. Misael is involved in Student Council. He plays soccer and enjoys writing poetry. He has aspirations of becoming a fiction writer. Representing the junior class, Princess Autumn Hernandez. Autumn is the daughter of Daniel Hernandez and Chaylee Hunt. Autumn is escorted by her father. She is the vice president of our Toy Tiger drill team, and her future plans are to attend Texas Tech and major in psychology. Prince Charlie Abrego. Charlie is the son of Ruvia Salgado and Pedro Chicas and is escorted by his sister Catherine Alfaro and his mother Ruvia. Charlie is the Irving High School drum major. He also plays tennis, is on the academic decathlon team, and a member of HOSA, the Health Occupations Biotech Club. He plans to attend Columbia University in New York and then continue at UT Southwestern Medical School. Princess Alejandra Carrizales. Alejandra is the daughter of Angie and Martin Carrizales and is escorted by her grandmother, Rachel Carrillo, and her sister, Stephanie Rodriguez. Alejandra is involved in drama club, orchestra, recycling club, and Avid Club. She enjoys reading, doing volunteer work, and theater productions. She plans to go to Texas A&M, major in psychology, and become a gender equality advocate. Prince Ezekiel Cruz. Ezekiel is the son of Ezekiel and Yolanda Cruz. He is escorted by his sisters, Karen Cruz and Azucena Cruz. Ezekiel is involved in cross country, soccer, and Avid, and he works at Chick-fil-A. His future plans are to attend Texas A&M University to become a physical therapist. And now, representing the senior class are our Queen and King nominees. Queen nominee, Genesis Cruz. Genesis is the daughter of Mercedes Gutierrez, and her escort tonight is her mother. Genesis is a member of Toy Tigers and is on the KIRV broadcasting crew. She enjoys dancing and being with her friends. She plans to attend college after graduation. King nominee, Marco Rios Jr. Marco is the son of Tanya and Marco Rios Sr. and is escorted by his sister. He is on the Toy Tigers drill team and is also a member of the debate team. Marco plans to attend college and major in fashion design. Queen nominee, Isela Andrade. Isela is the daughter of Fabio and Maria Andrade and is escorted tonight by her father. Isela is the varsity cheerleading captain. She is a RILA alum, hostess secretary, student council representative, National Honor Society member, and was recently inducted into the National Technical Honor Society. She is active in the youth group at her church and works at DFW Airport at a Starbucks barista. Her future plans are to go to the University of Texas at Arlington and become a nurse practitioner. King nominee, Brandon Kamvansuk. Brandon is the son of Joy and Udavong Kamvansuk, who escort him tonight. Brandon is on the Tiger tennis team, Tiger Guard, and National Honor Society. He also works at Spring Creek. Future plans are to attend Texas A&M and become an engineer. Queen nominee, Crystal Ortiz. Crystal is the daughter of Sylvester and Francisca Ortiz and is escorted by her father. Crystal is in National Honor Society, Student Council, Soccer, Cross Country, Recycling Club, and Giving Back Club. She is active in the youth group at St. Luke's. She plans to attend Stephen F. Austin and major in physical therapy. King nominee, Carlos Alemán. Carlos is the son of Alvaro Alemán and is escorted by his tennis coach, Sarah Keith. Carlos is the varsity tennis captain, AP scholar, and HOSA member. He is in National Honor Society and on Tiger Guard. Carlos enjoys volunteer service for his church and community. He plans to attend Rice University or the University of Texas at Austin. And now, the moment we have all been waiting for, The 2014 homecoming queen is Ms. Crystal Ortiz. A football necklace, which is a gift of the Student Council, is being placed around her neck by Senior Class President Ruby Bowie. The Queen's Bouquet is presented to her by Miss Anna Gomez, Principal of Irving High School, and Miss Micah Tepfer, Assistant Principal. Our 2013 homecoming queen, Miss Natalie Hernandez, crowned the Queen.
Congratulations to all of the members of the
A great moment in that lovely young lady's life. Crystal Ortiz, your homecoming queen for Irving 2014. Congratulations, Crystal. Remember and enjoy this night for them. All right, Irving Tigers enjoying the first half for the most part. Some big moments. Well, they didn't enjoy this moment. This was the early in the ball game. They give the ball to BRUTUS, and Walters runs and runs and runs and doesn't get stopped. 57 yards for the score. Irving bounces right back. Little play up the middle. Hall on delay. KYANDUS runs 60 yards for the score, ties it up at 7. Then after a very long run, it is Thomas who runs it in, puts the Tigers up in front. And then later on, from the Tigers' own 1 yard line, look at Young, takes the ball, breaks, and this is, by the way, after an 80-yard run earlier, goes 99 yards for the score. Yes. And we are at 21-7 here at the half. Take a quick look at the stats here before we get to the teams on the field. Tigers leading it by a score 21-7. They have obviously won the rushing yard battle so far, 292 yards overall. Turner had that one big turnover, the interception. But other than the big plays, the two teams have been basically pretty even so far, Rob. They've, none of the teams have been able to really drive the football all that well. The Tigers have had 3 big plays, and the Turner Lions have had 1. Here's a kickoff.
All right, and R.L. Turner will be doing the kicking since Irving
Fumble.
won the flip of the coin. They lost the football, but luckily for them, big number 28, Ivan Perla, fell on it. Or man, they could have started the second half just in a world of hurt with the turnover. But Irving gets it back somehow, and it will be their ball at about the 45-yard line. R.L. Turner thinking they got that fumble, and half the special teams were still out on the field trying to argue their case in point. Now they're not going to have enough players out defensively, as the Tigers will set up shop 1st and 10 on their own 44. Coach Martinez of R.L. Turner told me, he said, his keys was to contain the Irving quarterback, and then they said they had to win on 3rd downs and create turnovers. Well, they've stopped the Irving quarterback, KEVON Thomas. They've done a good job with him. It's just the rest of the running backs that they've not been able to stop. So the Tigers get it. First play from scrimmage here in the 3rd quarter. Fowler in motion. The snap goes awry. Thomas picks it up and then just dives down smartly and loses about 6 or 7 yards. We've had a couple of exchanges from center like that tonight, where Thomas has had to go chasing it down, but I believe this might have hit Fowler. Or no, it hit, the guy going in motion was Salinas. And it hit Salinas. Salinas went before the snap, which makes you think, well, maybe he
couldn't be in motion.
No, because that would be a penalty.
Two guys in motion.
Yeah, but it did hit him. Meanwhile, 2nd and long, a quick throw out, incomplete.
And Thomas was waylaid right after he threw that ball. He barely got rid of it.
Yep, Strickland came rushing in, blitzing from the blind side, and knocked him down right about the time he threw the football. Watch him go into his left, blindsided, and hit right when he threw it.
Thomas, 3 out of 5 passing for 16 yards so far.
Well, they really didn't need him to throw much tonight.
Well, now with 3 very long runs.
But this is a 3rd down and long. Rush up the middle. He goes across the middle. Chase Goodall with the catch and the 1st down. Look for number 10. And Chase corrals that at about the 43. Thomas had plenty of time, and Chase was left all alone. He just finds the seam, finds the open territory, and Thomas hit him on the numbers, and the Tigers keep the drive alive. A big 3rd down play for Irving here on their first offensive series of the second half. And already nursing a 21-7 lead. Now he goes to the left side to Goodall. Walters grabs him, and the rest of the Lions come up with support. 4-yard gain for Chase. And now it seems like the Tigers are doing what the Lions did there in the first quarter, where the Lions really kept Irving on their heels, changing things up offensively, and now it appears, at least on this first offensive series, that it's now the Tigers doing the same thing. Quarterback keeper, they'll sweep it, they'll throw it. Kaquan Young, number 31, had that 99-yard run. He slotted, now he goes in motion. The snap, fake to Young, left side for Thomas. Thomas is sandwiched after a 3-yard gain. 3rd down, very manageable. 3rd down and 3. Tristan Phillips, the tight end for Irving, now checks in as you take a look at some of the Irving fans and the homecoming queen. She's taking a look at some of the pictures that they had of her at the half. All right, 3rd down. Thomas or Young, they're going to give it instead to Young, and it's that same play that worked so well before. To the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Tigers.
36 yards. What a night for Young.
6 yards in the touchdown run.
It's where they pull the guard and the tackle, and they trap, and he uses his quick speed, and it's like he's shot out of a cannon when he runs that play.
Swinging gate. Will they run it? Yes.
Well, they're acting like they are. Thomas down. So the extra point doesn't work, but hey, this does. This is that play. You see the left side pulling. Watch it again from ground level. You see the wide receivers. You see both, in both cases, both Parr and Goodall out there running interference for Young. And it's a 27-7 lead for Irving High School on their first offensive series of the second half. You know, Irving comes in at 0-6 for the first time since 2011. That was Jim Bennett's final season.
Well,
when they finished 1-9.
Well, Young so far tonight, 5 carries, 222 yards.
That's an all-star performance. That's player of the week numbers right there. Walters fields the kick. Bounces left, bounces right. Cooks down on special teams. One of 2 players in on the tackle.
Irving had too many players on the field. Is that what they ruled?
I don't think so. I think we're ready to play ball.
Okay. The why were they kicking the ball to Waters, who's their best athlete?
I don't know. You'll have to ask the coach after the game.
Yeah, Walters, I mean, the kid's a heck of a running back.
He's on the sideline right now, though.
Well, he's been playing defense.
So they have Wolford and Wilson back. EICHORN Going to his right, now back to his left, right in the hands and dropped by Randall Vincent.
Manos de Pedra.
Oh, Randall.
Oh, son. Is he mad at himself? He's going to look at that tomorrow morning in the game film and go, oh, man, that was 6 points.
That was
Oh,
gift
dear.
wrapped.
Oh, dear. Oh, man, how could I not catch it?
He was surprised by it. That's what it was.
Yeah.
This couldn't be coming to me this easy, he says. All right, second down. Walters back in at tailback. And EICHORN's a little confused. He went left, everybody else went right.
Well, he was looking for the quick pass out to the left side, and nobody was there. Now was 88 supposed to be there or not? Thompson? Was it a quick screen out to Thompson? Because he was running long.
Well, the coaches are talking to Walters, but everybody else went to that side as well. You know, when things go bad, they go bad for everybody.
Yeah.
They're just not on the same page. Third and long, incomplete. Tried to hit Medina. Medina was well covered, and EICHORN just overthrew him. So, I mean, that's the number on Turner.
Well,
Stack the inside of the line and make him throw.
Well, they're 5 out of 15 passing, and that's basically completing 1 out of every 3, and that's basically his season average. He's hitting about 35, 36% for the season.
Flores, another pretty good punt. Chase will watch that one hit at the 32. Takes a Turner hop to the 25.
Tiger defense, well, they've had some good moments here with the exception of the long run. But, man, they have done some popping here, and they get a good interception right there by Choice. And then they made some big hits. Look at this one on Waters here. Missed him once, missed him twice, but not a third time. And here's the big hit by Salinas on the quarterback. Yeah. That opens this game. Not playing it,
that's ice tub worthy right there.
Oh, you betcha.
He will be awfully sore tomorrow. All right, so let's see if Irving plays a little conservative. Maybe they keep it on the ground, try to pound it out a little bit, use up some clock. Young to the left. Strickland comes across from his linebacker spot, makes the tackle there.
Says, no, you're not going to break another one on me.
No, that wasn't, they didn't pull anybody that time, so Strickland didn't have anybody to have to fight through to make the tackle. No gain on the play. What? No gain by Young? How did that happen? Hall now in.
That pulls that average way down, doesn't it?
They've got their running formation in there with Salinas and Phillips in at tight end, and that one goes for a couple, or a couple backwards, yeah, loss of 2. Sets up third down.
Paul looking around and saying, hey, isn't somebody supposed to block around here?
Yeah, what happened? Kirkland now in, the sophomore. Number 21, brought up from the JV this week. Getting some playing time. KEVON, first down. Well, he flooded the zone. He flooded his receivers deep. They all ran about a 20-yard, 25-yard pattern. And if you got the DBs going with you, that'll leave you some open space in between the line of scrimmage and first down territory.
Especially when you have his kind of speed.
Yep. Coach Martinez wanted to contain KEVON, but you can only do that so often. He's going to get his numbers. Wind up the clock. With 6:40 to go in the third. All Irving Tigers in control of this one. Bounce that one to Chase. We'll stop the clock. Tough going, if you're right-handed and you're running left, it's tough to make that throw without trying to plant.
By the way, other scores, Mac leading Sunset at the half, 62-0. Jesuit leading Nimitz, 37-14. So barring a fantastic comeback by the Vikings, they will be playing a desperation game next week here against the Tigers.
Thomas flushed a little bit, and he says, I'm just,
there's going to be a penalty.
Oh, man. You know, we talked about big Robert Rosas earlier tonight, how big he was, and it's like they look like one of those old wrestling moves, you know, you'd see at the Sportatorium with Bill Mercer calling the action.
Wow, they didn't call a penalty. He's down and he flops on him anyway.
They let him, they said, hey.
It's a late hit. Oh, well.
Third down, about 20. Penalty
Whistle.
flag. Yeah, that might have been a delay.
I'll start.
No.
Procedure.
70 of the offense. 5 yards.
Now.
Third down.
Oh, it just hurts looking at it. What kind of wrestling move was that? The suplex?
Boy.
Coach Delatorre says, I don't know. I might have done that once.
You want that big boy falling on you like that?
No.
Whoa.
No. I don't care how many rib pads you have on.
No, that's 260 pounds pounding on you right there.
All right, Thomas waits and just throws out in the flats, incomplete. Paul didn't see it. Either that or he was looking ahead before the pass.
You broke the Chico Escuela rule for sports. Keep your eye
On the ball.
On the ball. Of course, most of the people watching this have zero idea who Chico Escuela is, unless you watch the first couple years of Saturday Night Live. And of course, you're too young to have done that.
Mendez back in punting formation. Torres at his own 44 called for the fair catch. Well, let's talk playoff matchups. This is District 9 6A. They will face 10 6A in the first round. Of course, you've got the big school and the small school that they divide those into halves. I believe Highland Park is the smallest of the four you're looking at right there, and Mesquite Horn both. So basically the two best schools in 10 6A have the lowest enrollment. Then you got North Mesquite, Lake Highlands as it stands now in the playoff hunt. Richardson Pierce can't put the Mustangs out of contention just yet. So 1st and 10. What kind of offense can they get going? Well, they give it to Wolford. Got some pretty good speed and quickness, and rattles off about 5 on the first down.
Tigers comfortably in front, though, by 20 right now. Turner, if they win this ball game, really, I think, got a score here.
Handoff left side, Wolford. Not much. About a buck, about a yard. This is a team, though, that needs, a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 to be competitive. Anything more than that, really pushing the envelope offensively for them. Walters back in. They've kept pretty good about a 2-back set when they do run the football. Eichorn moving to his left and dodges one player. He saw Salinas. He goes, I've seen too much of you already tonight.
Well, that's a smart kid that ended, huh?
Yeah.
Perla winds up making the stop. A yard loss.
Here it is again, going to his left and breathing right down him is Noah. Does able to get through, but not until he gets back to the original line. That's about it. So it's 4th down.
And, of course, they got to go for it.
Oh,
so.
sure. At this stage of the game, down by 20 and having a real difficult time of stopping the Irving offense. And they're bringing everybody. Pressure put on by Brandon Hearn, the junior linebacker, number 14. And when you're up by 20 like that and you know the Lions have to pass, then you dial up the blitz and just dare that sophomore to beat you.
Well, here he's sprinting out, and there you have it. There was just the pressure that time. And
just too much to handle. So the Tigers get it back again. We're still just in the 3rd quarter. It seems like the Tigers have had the ball for about 95% of this 3rd quarter. Young to his left, Strickland once again read it from the get-go. Grabbed a little bit of the running back's right leg and made the tackle for Turner.
well, they've had success running wide with Young, but Strickland for the 2nd time in a row. Looks like they made a wish on Thanksgiving Day. I wish you wouldn't run this so many times.
Same time, Tay Williams, the left tackle, put a pretty good hit on Strickland as he was trying to make the tackle. Fake to Hall. Here comes Thomas, and they got him by the ankle. Juan Torres took the shoe off of KEVON. He'll have to do a quick little.
Well, they just ran a little counter play that time, hoping to get too many people running to the near side. And
you know, you get to this point in the ball game, and you know that the Nimitz Viking scouts are watching this game for next week's game, and so you don't want to play your hand too much. And so you might play conservative for the rest of the quarter, just to not give the Viking coaches anything to look at for next week. Jailbreak, they go with the screen pass. Goodall picks it up off his shoe tops, but Walters was there to make the tackle. Good call, like the call.
it was a good call, and Goodall saw it very well, but you know, they just played it well. The Lions did. Big rush.
Well, Strickland came right up the middle, and to have a good screen, you do have to hold them at least a few seconds before you release them down the field. I don't think anybody touched Strickland as he was coming up the middle that time. All right, back to punt is Mendez. Good kick.
Whoa.
High kick. And Turner will watch that one go into the end zone. So $1:23 to go.
Well, I think they're going to, the Lions that is, they're going to be not sorry to leave here. They've lost 3 more this year after losing, 16 in a row coming into here. Their last victory came in 1976, back when John Travolta was staying alive. But they won't be coming here next year.
Everyone will be going over there.
Yeah.
All right. Lions with the ball. Walters in motion left. EICHORN waits and waits and
Waits too long.
yeah, everything just kind of falls in front of him.
Good coverage sack that time by the Tigers. The secondary was just did a terrific job. There was nobody open. EICHORN did the smart thing. Just go ahead, take your lumps. And
You know, Salinas will be credited with the tackle, but it's like you said, the DBs are the ones that allowed Salinas to make the tackle because they had everybody covered. Draw play right. Walters spins. We got a flag. And that's over in the area to where maybe someone moved too quick, like a wide receiver. Somebody against Turner. Let's wait for the call.
Holding. 64 in the offense.
Wide receiver.
10 yards from the previous spot.
Yeah, that's even worse. Because it's 10 yards instead of 5.
Yep, a lot worse. So now you got a 2nd down and 20.
Yep, they'll have one more play to get off unless it's an incomplete pass before we finish the 3rd quarter of play.
Not having Francis tonight really hurts this team because he was a big offensive weapon for them at the receiver.
To the left is Wolford. Is that a horse collar? Close. Refs were looking at it very closely. Cooks in on the tackle. Cooks' name, we've yelled that out a lot tonight. Salinas, we've yelled out a lot tonight. Those two guys have been in on a lot of tackles. Well, that'll do it. We have finished 3, headed for 4. Our score, the Tigers 27, the R.L. Turner Lions 7. We'll be back with the 4th quarter after this. And welcome back as we begin the 4th quarter of play with action underway. And the Lions quarterback, EICHORN, kept that one. It's put down by Perla, another one of those linebackers that have been very busy tonight for Irving. As well as the punter, Roberto Flores.
Tiger players coming up. They may be smelling a little bit of fake. They're not going to do it on this, though.
Oh, nice kick. High kick. Goodall takes it at the 48. Trying to move left, and he's upended right at midfield.
Goodall is probably the 2nd best receiver I've seen in the Irving School District since I've been doing these games. The other Irving receiver, Poutinel, would be the best. Well, he was awesome. But yeah, Chase is really something. This kid has really had himself a heck of a career. What a great sure-handed possession receiver he is.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, Lance. Possession receiver, really good hands. That's why you put him back there to field punts.
Oh.
They need 10 yards. That's the first player that Thomas looks at. Young to the right and put down after 2. I think you'll see a lot of running plays for Irving here in the 4th quarter.
Well, the big thing is now eat clock. I mean, this is... I mean, they want to score, obviously, but even more important, they just want to suck clock, score some first downs, and get victory number 1 and go celebrate homecoming.
Hall to the right, and not a lot there. You think about a team's concentration, when you're up by 20, you think about, they just thinking about that clock winding down and getting the W. And
even though the Irving Tigers have dominated offensively rushing, it's because of the big yards. I mean, they really have not, the offensive line really hasn't dominated this game. They've opened some keyholes at key times, but Turner's stopped them, from driving the football on.
Thomas with a long count in a legal procedure. Boy, and particularly the penalties against Irving.
Yeah.
Offense. 5-yard penalty.
That's something that Del Torre will address for sure this week as they prepare for not only a rivalry, but to keep those slim playoff spot still alive. 3 of their next 4 games will be right here at ISS. So they've got some home cooking in front of them to end the season. Everybody and their brother after Thomas, and he got away.
Looked like he grabbed the face mask.
And there's going to be a flag, I think, against KEVON there, as he was a little frustrated at Strickland. And the official says no. He's going to call it against Thomas. Don't know if that was Wilson that also hit him. No, not Wilson, but Steve Roque.
Sportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 1. 15 yards from the end of the run. 4th down.
Let's see. This is Roque, number 50. You called face mask from here, Lance. Let's see if he grabbed it.
Looked like he got the face mask to me.
And he pulled him down by the towel. You don't see that too often, and probably a late hit as well. I think he was more upset about that, and there's a high snap. And recovered by Turner.
Well, they were going to get it anyway on 4th down.
Absolutely.
But now they just get it at the 9-yard line.
Mendez did the best he could to get away. Hopefully he's not hurt. He's down there.
Yeah.
They've come close a few times of having that go over his head. And this time it did, and then he's going down there trying to fight for it, and it really doesn't matter. Like you said, they had to get it anyway. And
where you got a collarbone there?
Yeah. You know, maybe he just got the breath knocked out of him.
Well, you hope that, yeah, but the way he was holding his shoulder there, I'm wondering, you know, up then, that's kind of in the collarbone territory there.
Yeah, when you hold that right arm up, that's what that means.
And he's holding it right now. Separated shoulder, broken collarbone, you know.
Let's just hope it's bruised.
Yeah. So now the Turner Lions are going to get the ball, great field position at the 9-yard line, 1st and goal. You know, they get a touchdown. They're 2 touchdowns back, so it ain't done yet, folks.
All right. Turner brings in all 3 running backs. They got Strickland in there to the left, Wilson to the right. Walters goes right up the middle, and he doesn't find a lot of room. Maybe a couple of yards.
Boy, this is old single wing stuff here.
Yeah, they're going big, aren't they? They keep all 3 in. Look at again. There's Wilson with the lead block, but he goes against the grain, and when he does so, guess who? Salinas. What a surprise. 2nd and goal. Strickland stood up at the 2-3-yard line. He's still punching it in.
No, but they whistled. They whistled it dead. But yeah,
he got maybe 2 on the play, so it's 3rd and goal.
Well, actually, he got about 4, didn't he?
Well, all that's happening is that the time is rolling off the clock. Big number 9, Markel Cook's out there. Watch to your left. They stood him up, and then they start grabbing the football. All right, back to action. 3rd down. They keep that same lineup out there. Walters, touchdown.
Tell you what, though, Strickland leading the way. I like that Strickland. The kids played a very good ball game defensively. Gary helps out offensively, and Turner with an extra point will be 2 touchdowns down. Well, they are 2 touchdowns down. And now a flag comes out because they had the wrong personnel. It's going to cost Turner 5 yards for illegal formation.
5 yards.
Too many men on the field.
Illegal substitution is going to be the call because he came into the ball game and came out. You can't do that.
So it's like a mini field goal.
Right.
25-yard variety, and it's good. So, 7:45 to go in the game. It's now 27-14.
Here you see Strickland look at the lead block there. Number 5 leading the way. Watch him hit his man. He bumped 2 men out of the way, and then Walters just runs right in behind. Good job by the O-line there. And all on account of the bad punt, the bad snap to the punter.
You know, we talked about this, I guess, against the MacArthur game, or maybe back in the Nimitz game, how Turner has improved. You know, they're not great by any means, but how they've improved. They're not
awful anymore.
No, they're not Sunset. They're not North Garland anymore. They've moved up a notch, if you will.
Yeah.
And you know, they're not a playoff team yet, but they're not cellar dwellers either. They're not you know, at the bottom. So obviously, with 7:45 to go and a couple of touchdowns behind,
you're going to see the onside kick.
Maybe so. Flores is.
Irving's got the All-State
racking
team.
It up like they are.
Little poochy job, but good all there to call the fair catch.
Yeah, it's the wrong guy to hit it to, right? We talk about how they get it to Walters when Irving has it. Hey, speaking of kickoffs, did you see what Hebron did to Allen last week on an onside kick?
No, I didn't see that.
You know how MacArthur would bunch up together,
the run up? Yeah.
Well, they did that, but when they did it, they left one player all the way to their near sideline. And so they ran up and stopped. Well, that one player still on the near sideline, just sitting there, but he's on the field of play. And they go back and then they kick it high in the air to the near sideline where no one's at but their one player, and they get the onside kick.
I'll be darned. Well, you know, you draw them up and it works sometimes.
It did for sure. Hand off to Hall. Hall, really rough and tough, 8 yards, right up the middle. Turner with all 3 timeouts. But at this point in time, all it takes is a couple of first downs.
And I'll leave 5 minutes off the clock.
Yeah. Fowler wide right, Parr's in the slot. Goodall to the near side with Medina on him one-on-one. Thomas fields the high snap and just lays on it.
Yeah, this has really not been a clean game for Irving.
No.
They have, but there's a reason they haven't won a game coming into this game either. I mean, they had made a number of errors, and they've made a number of them tonight. It's just that the big plays have bailed them out. There's just another bad snap. Fortunately, Thomas falls on the ball.
By all means, I think they'll take the victory. But yet, there's a lot of work yet to be done when they have to prepare Nimitz next week.
Absolutely. And Nimitz is kind of reeling too. 3 on the play clock.
Thomas rolling, plenty of time. Flips it over, and Parr has it. And that will be good enough for a first down. Both Chase and Austin in the same vicinity. It was funny, it's like that pass that Romo threw to Williams to keep the drive alive, and Witten was still in the same area. They asked Romo this week, come on, be honest with us. Were you throwing that to Jason? Everybody thought he was. He said no. He didn't think Jason could make the catch because he'd have to throw it more of a line drive where Williams, he could drop it in the bucket. Hall right off right guard, right tackle.
Yep, this is what you want to do. Pound away. Tell your offensive lineman, come on, guys, get us some room here, and let's pound this out.
Irving had been averaging about 312 yards per game of total offense. Turner 310 yards per game of offense. A lot of that skewed to the first 3 weeks where they played some lesser opponents. Good job of running the play clock down to 2 seconds. Hall is tackled right around the ankles by Torres. Late flag, that's going to go against Irving. We talked about this before, but the coaches.
Number 30 of the offense. 10 yards from the spot. We play second down.
Holding by Salinas.
Man.
It has to be about 10 penalties for sure.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's probably for over 100 yards, too. This has not been pretty.
Second down, closing in on 5 minutes before the end of this game. Thomas fakes the handoff, a little down and out, and Chase couldn't grab that one. He's human after all. But it stops the clock.
Man, you don't see that often, though. Usually anything within the same area code as Chase, and he'll make the catch.
KYANDUS Young back in. He's had a big night, and is this the time you call that play you've run so well tonight where you trap?
I would think so. Here it
pull
is.
him, they trap him, but he is tackled as Juan Torres, the cornerback, came up to make the stop. So that'll send the punting team out for Irving High School. And don't forget, we've got somebody else to punt. That's Phillips, who plays tight end. He's got to punt because Mendez got hurt on that last snap when it went over his head.
Javier Jackson also on the trainer's table, hobbled.
Yep, he's been hurt since earlier in the ball game. Good snap this time. Phillips, not a bad kick. Bounces around. Walters at his 22. Not much there after the play. And let's go ahead and thank our sponsor.
And while we do that, let's talk about the good folk who bring you the ball game of the week each week on ICTN. Our longtime charter sponsor, Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning. They've been with us since we started doing these broadcasts, I think since the last time Turner beat Irving. I don't know, could be longer than that, but we do thank the Stavely folks so much for allowing us to bring you the ball game of the week each week right here on ICTN. Another penalty being called right now. This will be against Turner on the return.
Dead ball. A sportsmanlike conduct on R.L. Turner, number 1. Half the distance. First down.
And that will be on Wolford. So that'll be a 15-yarder.
How does Wolford get called for that? He's not even out there. Well, maybe he was after the Coach Martinez asking for an explanation. Coach Ramirez, excuse me. All right, so Turner with a couple of scores that they have to make up, and not a lot of running room for their quarterback.
Well, they were running the option play, and the Tigers were all over it.
Not much of an option there, right?
No.
Perla. Linebackers have done a really good job tonight between Perla and Salinas. Perla, the defensive end, up to make the stop. Put a loss of 5 on the clock. EICHORN with the draw play to Walters. Walters tippy-toes his way over the 15 to the 16. Clock is rolling, and the Lions aren't making much headway offensively. Long third down play.
Oh.
And EICHORN just falls on that one.
Well, he wasn't expecting it. It was snapped before he was expecting it. He didn't call it and hit him in the mask.
No, he's trying to direct traffic, and whoops, here comes the ball, and he doesn't even attempt to try to keep it going. So the punt team comes back out.
And that's six consecutive loss runs that time for EICHORN.
2:35 and counting. High kick that Goodall will field at the 47. So with a 13-point lead and only 2:27 to go in the ball game, the score and the clock both on the side of Irving High, as they should come out with their first win of the season. And sometimes it's just getting the W, not how you did it. District 9 6A volleyball. Talk about Irving. What a great year for the ladies. First time ever, 3 teams from Irving making the playoffs in volleyball. Congratulations to all 3 schools. And the 22 Hall wrapped up. You know, coming in, it was Hall and Thomas that had the rushing numbers. But tonight, KYANDUS caught fire and padded his statistics, and he'll be up there amongst the team leaders with a game like he had tonight. R.L. Turner calls time with 2:15 to go. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 for Irving. You know, the last one of the season should be a dandy here. MacArthur and Nimitz always providing entertainment. Some years we have Nimitz-Irving as the last game of the year. Sometimes MacArthur-Irving, but this will be a good one. 2 good teams. MacArthur playing really tough now. They've got a lot of the harder parts of their schedule out of the way. Nimitz tonight having a rough go of it against Jesuit. So that can have some playoff implications right there between those 2 schools. A former MacArthur coach facing his old team. Take a look at the kicker, Mendez, and doesn't look good. Looks like you know, some shoulder issues when you have the sling like that. 2nd down after the timeout, and Fowler goes wide, cuts against the grain, and he was about a tackle shy of breaking that one. 9 yards on the pickup for Brendan Fowler. Another timeout called, this one by Turner, so Coach Ramirez not letting Irving off the hook easy, as it'll be 3rd down and a couple after the timeout. With only 1 timeout left for Turner, if the Tigers can get 1 more 1st down, that should pretty much ice it. Don't forget, you can watch that Nimitz and MacArthur game from last year, or any game from this year, on YouTube. It's youtube.com/the City of Irving. All your games of the week from 2013 to 2014, plus everything from the fall of 2014 this year. We've got a couple of girls volleyball games in there as well. Check out how the Lady Irving Tigers have been performing, as well as MacArthur and Nimitz. It's fun watching the volleyball teams play.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, 2 minutes, 6 seconds to go, 3rd down. I wouldn't be surprised if Irving didn't make it here. They'd go for it on 4th.
Sure.
Big gap between the tackles. Let's see if they go left. That's where they're strong at. And Hall goes over the 35 to the 34, and that's another Irving 1st down.
And with that, he goes over the 100-yard mark, Hall does in rushing.
Well, it appears that Turner will use their last time out, but I don't see it doing any good unless Irving High School commits a turnover. A lot of fun going on in the stands tonight. Homecoming. Your team's winning. That's a recipe for a lot of fun at the ballpark. First time these 2 teams met, 1931. Irving won it 19-6. 1931. Pretty much guarantee no one's around that saw that. I don't believe. And the Tigers, after the timeout, set to keep it on the ground again. We'll tough yards for Hall. But the Lions can't stop the clock. That's the key right there. Timeouts have been exhausted. Irving with the football. 40-second play clock. Not a lot you can do. It's a helpless feeling. But a good one for the Irving Tigers. They have worked hard for this moment. And Coach Delatorre and company should be happy with the results. Low snap again. This time Thomas picks it up and he's got some running room. Gets a good block. Now they're going to call a hold, it looks like. Austin Parr enabled Thomas to break that one free, but that's going to come back. And fortunately for Parr, it was right out in front of the official. He's not cutting him any slack, despite only a minute to go in the ball game.
Holding. Offense, number 11. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay, second down.
So the penalty will be marked back from the spot of the foul, another 10 yards. Now the thing is, though, Irving keeps the football. It's not like they're turning it over. It's just second down. And they'll wind the clock up again. I mean, Irving can pretty much just take a knee. Call out the victory formation. You earned it, fellas. Lance Brown on his way to the sideline to talk to Coach Delatorre about the game. Hall swings left, stay in bounds. He does not. 37 seconds left on the game clock, and that pretty much would have ended the ball game. Tigers with 27 points and the victory formation. That's what every player wants to hear. Hall stands about 10 yards deep just to make sure nothing happens. And that will be the last play of the ball game. And Coach Aaron Delatorre brings his kids over for a job well done. It might not have been the prettiest of nights, but it was a victory nonetheless. And the one this team has been waiting for since school started back in August. (27-14), the Irving Tigers with the win in their first of the season and one that comes in district. Oh, a great night for football if you're an Irving Tiger fan. They get off the schneid. More importantly, they're still alive for postseason play. They win at 27-14. Play of the game, oh, is there any doubt? 99 yards. It's not Tony Dorsett. No, it is Raekwon Young. With their backs to the goal line, they pull a guard or two. He gets a hole, and then he is gone, long gone. Watch it again from the left side. He's got two both Parr and Goodall both make good blocks. They lock up on the DBs, and then it's Raekwon's job to do the rest. And he goes the distance for the touchdown. And that pretty much did it for the Irving Tigers right there. Let's go down to the field to Lance Brown and a victorious head coach.
All right, Coach, congratulations. Big plays, the story of tonight's ball game for you guys.
Kids did a good job. You know, we're still a very young football team trying to figure out how to get a win, and I'm very thankful tonight that we got it. Keeps us alive, and, you know, we got to overcome our mistakes because next week's going to be a big week.
Right, there were mistakes tonight, but what did you really like of your team tonight and how they performed?
You know, we played good defense throughout the most of the night, and offensively, I told the coaches I want to be able to come in and run the ball. I don't know what we finished with statistically, but, you know, I think my one running back had a 99-yard run. I've never seen that, and I've been coaching, or I've been around Irving for a long time. I've never seen anybody run for 99, but I was impressed with that, happy with that, and happy for him. So it was a good win, and we needed it because it's been, you have no idea not winning a game and working so hard. It's hard to make kids understand you keep working, good things will happen, good things will happen. And I'm glad to see it pay off for them because we needed to win in a bad way.
And the thing is now, Young will always be in the Irving record book because that record can never be beaten.
Hey, is it a record? Is
99
it a record?
yards?
I don't know.
It can never be beaten.
Well, that's true. So thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank
Coach.
you very
Appreciate
much.
it.
I appreciate it.
All right, let's send it back up to the booth and Rob.
All right, Lance, thank you very much. And it's just like Coach Delatorre said, you know, you just have to make these kids believe that you can win the football game and that the hard work is going to pay off eventually. You just have to wait for that to happen. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the highlights of this ball game. And it's big plays, big runs, and number 31 is the man. Young here goes to the right after scoring once before, made it 27-7 Irving. They did give up a touchdown later to make it 27-14. Statistically wise, not a lot of throwing in this ball game, and heck, you don't need to do that, particularly the way Irving played tonight, rushing the football. Look at that, 324 total yards on the ground compared to 129 for R.L. Turner. And look at that, the guy put up like 40 passes, unbelievable, and you know, completed 5 of them. It was not a good night for R.L. Turner throwing the football. Total yards tells the story. Both teams with 1 turnover. Irving had a lot of penalties, but the scoreboard is all that matters. Irving High, their first win of the season. Congratulations to Coach Delatorre and his gang for pulling off the victory and winning 27-14 tonight. Homecoming win over R.L. Turner. That'll do it for tonight. As always, we thank our crew, our producer, director, Scott Snyder. For Lance Brown, I'm Rob Willman. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time on the ICTN Game of the Week.
Irving Game of the Week has been brought to you in part by Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning,